The Junior League is an organization of women committed to promoting volunteerism, developing the potential of women, and improving communities through the effective action and leadership of trained volunteers. Its purpose is exclusively educational and charitable. 2017 marks a significant milestone with the Junior League of Victoria. For this year, we celebrate the League's 80th anniversary. Today's octogenarian grew up during the Great Depression and World War II. Women of that era had to be independent and self-sufficient in the absence of husbands, fathers, and brothers. The economic climate of that time forced many women into the workplace. However, some families were forced into poverty. Due to the need for effective community organizations, the Junior Service League was formed in January 1937. The focus of this new association of young women was child welfare and providing volunteer service for the betterment of the community's children. Today we celebrate this anniversary and share with you the League's accomplishments as well as changes that have been made throughout these past 80 years.
Well, I think my mother was a president of the League, and wasn't your mother president of the League? When they first formed it was in 1937, is that right?
Something like that.
And that's the year that I moved to Victoria when I was 10 years old. But I think it was started actually to start the child welfare organization. I don't know what came first. Maybe the League started the child welfare. Well, but I know you had to be on the board when you were president of the League. And I guess Sue McCann was one that saw a great need for that in Victoria. I think she was one of the one that pushed it to become, and was first president, I'm sure. And then it grew from there, and at that time it was the Junior Service League.
If you were invited to come in, you knew you had to work. It was a different time. Victoria was smaller.
And it was quite an honor to be invited to be a League member there.
And not only that, it was different. Men worked, but women took care of the house and the children.
Do I look 95 years old?
No, you do not.
Yes. My husband was a medical doctor here for 41 years, and we moved in 1946 from Houston as a bride and groom. I was very honored when I was asked to be a member. And I remember exactly where I was and the person that told me about it. And I felt so honored that I'd been here such a short time and that I was taken into the Junior Service League. I had 2 little children, and we weren't like the young members of today. We were then called just housewives. And so we were free to go after we had help at home and left, and to go and do the things that the Junior Service League did.
We started, the year I was president is the year that we started Hope School. We were looking for a new project, and we happened to have a member of the League who had some family that was aware of the problem. So it was a hard year for us. We had to talk to a lot of people.
You had to start a school. It's not an easy thing.
We did, and we didn't have very much knowledge when we started. And we had lots of conversations. Not maybe a few people that were interested with people that had knowledge, and then we would bring that back to the group. We used the bottom floor of the Bronson School building, and we had a teacher, and you signed up if you wanted to volunteer there. And one interesting thing is that we were such novices at it, at first we had to find out if we would have any children to go there. And there were lots. I mean, it was a real education for us at that time.
And I enjoyed everything from even Hope School was a challenge. I'm sure some of them has told you about Hope School and what it was. It was a real challenge, but I'm a registered nurse. And so I kind of understood the children, but felt very inadequate because I couldn't help them. And but that was a challenge. And then we opened the tea room, and that was fun. We all worked together and cooked together and served together, and I got to know all my friends that are still living through the Junior Service League at that time.
We already had the project, had Hope School, and we had a project on retardation and brought Dr. Richard Hungerford to Victoria to counsel us, help us to assess the needs, the real needs of the community. And upon his recommendation, a survey was conducted by the Junior League members, and the result of the survey showed very clearly that there was a need for assistance for those with mental health and mental retardation issues. So a board was formed, and that board was the Gulf Bend Center Board. And then Gulf Bend Center for Children and Youth was created. The Gulf Bend Center exists today as an independent center, and it's supported by the community and by foundation donations and donations of individuals. It serves 7 counties, has a staff of 150 members, and a patient list of 1,500. We have that to be proud of, the Junior League. I'm personally very happy to have been a part of that history of the League. Well, it's so valuable to be involved with other people in the community and to do work that's needed. The friendships that are formed and the work that's done and the cooperation, just invaluable. So I would encourage those with careers and without careers to just budget their time and make sacrifices to work with the League.
When I was president of the Junior League, we had just affiliated the previous year with the Association of Junior Leagues. So I was the first of our presidents to be able to attend and represent our league at the national meeting, and that was exciting for me. The becoming a part of the Association of Junior Leagues had been the goal for a number of years. I mean, I heard it before I was even in the Junior Service League. Well, in order to be a member of the Association of Junior Leagues, we had to have a population of 60,000 in our standard metropolitan area. So it was only after a census, I believe in 1977, it might have been 82, but I think it was 77, that we got to that number. So before that, it was not even possible. And then we had to have 100 active members. And at the time we started this process, we had about 60, maybe. And I don't remember how we got to 100, but we did. It was about a 3-year process, I would say. We had access to a lot of projects and methodology, but we got really good training. We learned to speak in public, which was something most of us didn't want to do. We learned to manage people, to manage resources. And I would just say a lot of the people who are my friends now are people I met in the Junior League that I would not have met otherwise. So I think it's a way for young women to come together with other very smart young women who want to make a difference, who want to do something for their community.
We had 3 focus areas during most of my years as an active, and it was education, children, and the environment. In 92, 93, which was the year that I was president, we had educationally at-risk youth as our main focus, and all of our projects dealt with that. They dealt with teen pregnancy, they dealt with dropouts, they dealt with illiteracy. The Junior League offers so many opportunities to learn new things and put those new skills into practice. But I will say that, you have to seize the opportunities that are given to you. I think that the O'Connor Proctor building is the public face of the Junior League. The first year that I was property management chairman, we were undergoing a huge renovation. We had all the hardwood floors pulled up. We were having to redo all of the structural supports underneath the building. Then, of course, we had to put the building back together. And even back then, we were dealing with the leaking north wall and the crumbling limestone facade and all of the issues that she has and she will continue to have because she's an old building. We were at the forefront of downtown renovation and renewal. Given the ongoing efforts between the city and Main Street project, It is important for us to maintain our position downtown, continue supporting those efforts. After all, we're an 80-year-old organization and we have a historical building as our headquarters, and I think it's the appropriate place for us to be.
The league at that time, the AJLI overall at the time, was their focus that year just so happened to be a shift to community-based projects and or community issue-based projects, where we were kind of doing things that, like, we'd find an organization and say, oh, we want to partner with them, but we didn't know what they needed. Well, this shift in the league was finding the organizations and actually surveying the community to see where the need was, where you're need basing it versus saying, oh, let's go help them out. And it was kind of gearing into really truly helping someone versus saying, I want to do this. Like, where do you need our help? Trying to find out who needs us. And not only that was where we needed in the community, but the focus also was on what do our members want to do? Where are some places that they want to volunteer and see their focus? So we began that shift my year, not so much that we found something, but my year was the beginning of doing the research. We had meetings with community members, for anywhere from city council to board members from different other organizations to just average, just your regular people, seeing where do you think there's a need that is that could be serviced. And then we took my year and started researching that, because my year was kind of a research year, and then they found their issue the following year.
Over the last 5 years, the League continued to transform and work diligently with community partners and our membership to select our issue-based community impact project. Through numerous surveys and continuous research, it was determined that the Junior League's most influential way to impact our community was by providing mentoring to at-risk youth. Project Esperanza was formed, and today our members mentor to youth at both Devereaux and Mitchell Guidance Center. This project provides youth with life skills that aid in building their self-esteem, provides training on etiquette, dealing with bullying, educational opportunities, stress relief, nutritional eating, and dressing for success, to name just a few. Continuing along with this impact, the League also partners with the Victoria Independent School District and the Girl Scouts of the Golden Crescent in hosting and facilitating the Women Leaders of Tomorrow conference. This conference impacts 250 to 300 freshman and sophomore girls within the school district. In 2016, we also brought back the Done in a Day projects. This enables members whose time is limited because of their commitments to employers, their families, and other organizations to be able to impact our community. Through these programs and projects, we are promoting volunteerism, developing the potential of women, and building a better community. Our focus as we celebrate this 80th anniversary of the Junior League is to continue to fulfill the mission as set forth by the leaders before us and continue to devote our lives to this amazing organization and community.
Well, it very definitely helped me. It gave me the self-confidence and the skills and the interest to help start other things in the community. I served on the Bronson Home Board for many years, and I helped start the Hospice of South Texas, which is valuable to our community, and the Museum Association, which is now known as the Nave Museum, which I'm very involved in, and then helped start court-appointed special advocates, which was especially needed in the community and is serving the children of the community now. So I was able to do that, and would not have been able to do that if I just stayed in the country with a vegetable garden and children.
But I really would like to commend you on the things that I read about that you do, and we older members that are left talk about that you do, and I think it's great because most of you are career women, right? And see, we didn't do that. So I think that's great because you're still carrying on a lot of the projects we had.
The Junior Service League has been instrumental in founding many worthwhile programs and services over the last 80 years. To this day, the League continues to fulfill its mission and devotion to women and children in our community and is determined to continue to build women leaders. We will always cherish the hard work and dedication of the women who have served with the Junior League of Victoria and preserved their legacy. We thank you, our donors and sponsors, with our whole heart, because without your support, the League would not be able to serve. The changes we want to see in our community and our world begin with a change from within ourselves. Thank you all, and happy 80th anniversary to the Junior League of Victoria, Texas.